J-Lo, why are you suddenly talking so much?
When she has drivers, the number one rule she has for them is they can't look at her.
Jennifer Lopez is the rudest celebrity ever.
Told a salesperson to stop looking at her and to turn the other way.
J-Lo was just straight up a mean girl.
She was probably the rudest and the biggest.
She will go out of her way to make sure you get fired.
She is like this cold ice queen.
Kelly Rowland recently lost it over Jennifer Lopez, revealing how J-Lo had been undermining her for many years. Over the years, there have been reports regarding JLO's supposed bad behavior and her tendency to treat those around her like trash. However, nobody anticipated that Kelly Rowland, of all people, would also fall prey to JLo's actions, particularly considering that Kelly has only shown her affection. Since Kelly, our nice sister, is known for being dramatic, Kelly was first apprehensive to communicate with her. Oh, but now that she's clapping back, she says she won't allow J-Lo to treat her disrespectfully, too. However, are we truly shocked? J-Lo's cruel girl conduct is nothing new, and as a result of it all, there is a hate train that is still running strong. Her situation has become so terrible that low ticket sales forced her to essentially cancel her Globe tour. Really? No one is interested in seeing her perform, you guys. That's how unpopular she has become these days. When they remarked, "As I told you would happen, no one wants to see the A-list perform, and she's canceling concerts right and left," Jennifer Lopez. A blind item from her camp spilled the beans on this. In addition, she has been receiving very few brand agreements, and she and Ben Affleck are now filming season 2 of their failed romance. In fact, she's been accused of causing several TikTok sites to be banned or removed whenever they post a video featuring her and her dubious actions. The worst incident had her apparently banning Kyle Marissa's TikToker account. She uploaded a TikTok video criticizing JLO for her actions and her ties to Diddy, which is why her account was suspended. Since the video became viral, JLo was naturally upset about this and used her contacts to get Kyle's account blocked. However, Kyle was paying for their medical treatments using the money she earned from the program. Not too far behind, JLo had her account suspended, ran out of money for her therapy, and finally decided to drop in. In fact, she came out and disclosed that Jay before Kyle passed away. It was Lo who caused her account to be banned.
I had no idea that Kyle had lost her account, that she was dealing with colon cancer, and that she lost her account in the middle of this battle, and it was having a significant impact on her finances. And I certainly didn't know the reason why she lost her account until the Lemon tagged this creator who had gone back and given us one of Kyle's last videos talking about how J-Lo had made sure that her account was taken down on TikTok. This article in Forbes magazine details exactly what happened between Jennifer Lopez and Kyle, and it reads, TikTok creator Kyle Marissa said that our account had received copyright strikes on every single video that contained footage from the greatest love story ever never told. As a result, her account is now permanently banned. J-Lo's narcissism single-handedly crushed the main portion of my small business, Kyle Marissa said. I didn't even have the opportunity to download or save 4 years worth of my content that had been viewed over 1 billion times and accumulated over 50 million likes. Kyle Marissa has since created a new account but lamented the 4 years of hard work that was put into building her sizable TikTok following of almost 700,000, having lost hundreds of thousands of followers from the ban. She told me that her earning potential has been severely impacted by the loss of her account, estimating that JLo has cost me more than 4 figures of income just for March 2024, which affects her ability to access necessary medical care. Kyle Marissa has lost her life, while J-Lo still runs around this world with some semblance of a career.
Of everything. And if I die of colon cancer, it's on her.
If that wasn't already awful enough, Jay. In addition, Lo came under fire for ejecting several patrons from the theaters, even after they had paid for their tickets and traveled there for the film that day, leaving just her and her family inside.
Lopez is being canceled after people have come forward and shared some wild stories about her. Recently, a lot of people have come forward and shared their stories about Jennifer Lopez being, well, I guess what she's known for. And one of these stories about meeting Jennifer, she apparently wanted to go to the movie theater and watch a movie, but as the story goes, she couldn't just go to the theater and watch a movie because apparently Jennifer bought 6 tickets in a specific theater, and she basically demanded that nobody that wasn't with her be in that specific theater when she was watching the movie. She also apparently would not go through the front door of the theater, so the employees had to let her into the theater through a back way, but that back way also happened to be where the dumpsters were, and Jennifer did not want to see any trash, so they basically spent a long time cleaning out that way just for her arrival. And according to the person telling the story, other celebrities like Justin Bieber also visited that theater, and he just entered through the front door like a normal person, no special demands. In another story, someone was at their school as Jennifer Lopez was coming through, and they were apparently shoved by her bodyguards, and the bodyguards made sure that nobody was allowed to get near Jennifer. Now, there are tons more stories about Jennifer that people have been sharing everywhere, but I think you guys sort of get the point and understand exactly why she is being canceled.
However, it appears that her unbecoming actions also affect her other celebs, as rumors have it that she once destroyed Kelly Rowland's career. You've probably all heard about Kelly's recent drama, especially when she had to check a woman at the Cannes Film Festival who was filming her and grabbing at her as soon as possible to leave the red carpet. Kelly found this to be a very uncomfortable situation, and when she was questioned about it in an interview, she became very distressed and nearly broke down.
The woman knows what happened. I know what happened. And I have a boundary. And I stand by those boundaries. And that is it. And there were other women that attended that carpet who did not quite look like me. And they didn't get there, scolded or pushed off or told to get off. And I stood my ground. And she felt like she had to stand hers, but I stood my ground.
Now, some of you may find this too dramatic, but Kelly was furious about a number of things before this happened, and rumors have it that J.Lo was heavily involved. As you all recall, Kelly gained popularity a few months ago when, while attending a press event for her just-released movie, Mea Culpa, she was repeatedly insulted by talk show presenters. The first one took place during an interview about her new film. Big Tigger, the talk show presenter, began questioning Kelly about Beyoncé rather than sticking to the topic of her latest movie.
Just dropped a whole new couple of songs, and it's my understanding that Renaissance 2 may or may not be country-based. And then there's a rumor going around that Renaissance 3 may be either rock-based or a DC reunion.
That is her business to talk about.
We still gotta ask every time we see either you. We never see. I mean, come on.
No, but just ask them. I'm here talking about Mea Culpa.
Okay.
Talking about new music, you know, all the talk this week has been about Beyonce's new album. Have you heard it yet? Have you had an opportunity to give some thoughts on the whole thing?
I sure have. It's great. It's absolutely great.
Really different though, right?
Yes, really different.
Is
But
that
getting back to what I'm here to talk about,
Yeah.
Claritin, I'm very excited to be teaming up with Claritin.
If you think that was embarrassing, just wait to hear the BS she had to endure afterwards. Kelly was therefore scheduled to co-host the Today Show, correct? They also assured her that she would have a large dressing room because she would be hosting that day. Page 6 exclusively revealed that Kelly was supposed to appear on the show as a guest at 8 a.m. and then serve as Jenna Helger's stand-in host at 4 p.m. that same day. But when she discovered her dressing room was not up to the caliber she had been promised, she abruptly from the performance about 11 a.m. She was meant to have a large dressing room where she and her staff could walk about with ease, but at the last minute, they handed her a closet-sized dressing room and assumed she would be fine with it. Kelly was only asking for respect when she called them out and left, but NBC paid bloggers to write about it, presenting her as a conceited diva on purpose. I understand that some of you are probably thinking how on earth this is related to J.Lo. It turns out that J.Lo deliberately requested that room, which is why they pushed Kelly and her staff out of the dressing room and gave her the closet-sized room. It had been set aside especially for Kelly, even after she was told. As Meghan McCain, a well-known former talk show presenter, emerged from the shadows to criticize J.Lo for her unpleasant demeanor and lack of likability, the allegations about her stealing that dressing room intensified. As she was sizing up J.Lo, she disclosed that J.Lo claimed that her entourage was the largest she had ever seen. Kim Kardashian's entourage is substantially smaller than Lowe's. The president is included. Without delay, she asked everyone to guess as to whether J.Lo's large entourage was the reason Kelly's dressing room was given to her. Instead, she requested to have Kelly moved so she could have access to her dressing room.
And I was a host at The View. It was not nice. She was not nice, okay? And I'm like, whatever. You don't always have to be so nice, but it was just surprising given that people like Kim Kardashian couldn't be more delightful. She had the biggest entourage I've ever seen, like of a celebrity. More than Kim Kardashian and more than the president. Like I've never seen, and I just don't really understand why it was.
However, when they heard this, fans were not having it and dragged J.Lo for dirt. Like this guy who remarked, "I agree, but why wasn't the guest host, she, given a better room at the end of the day? It ought to have been saved only for her." J.Lo was not the guest host. She was the guest. Kelly received disdain. Chell, one thing J.Lo will always do is make up a million excuses not to like her. In any case, returning to her and Kelly, following this, some research was done, leading them down the rabbit hole. As it happens, Kelly is among the select few who have openly expressed their love and admiration for her. She recently admitted to being a huge fan of J.Lo and saying that J.Lo was the one who motivated her to begin exercising in an interview with The Insider. She remarked, "My motivation is Jennifer Lopez." Not even kidding. Her physique is lethal. But it appears that J.Lo still went out of her way to embarrass Kelly without cause, even with all the respect Kelly has been giving her. People had a lot to say about this, as usual. Like this individual who, to be honest, stated, "I'm here for this." People are finally tired of her as she has been projecting the impression that her feces doesn't stink. She should learn from her poor concert sales that she is nothing without her supporters, the general population. She's receiving just compensation. Girl, have humility. Someone else stated, J.Lo seems like the sort of lady who would have an affair with her employer in order to advance in her profession. However, I now want to hear your opinions. How do you feel about J.Lo undermining Kelly? And do any of you honestly believe that she is the cruel girl that others are making her out to be? Have any of you known what to do? Please share your opinions in the space provided for comments below.